Welcome to the 51st annual Variety Telecast. This is Variety, the children's charity telethon spotlight. I am Lou Seipelt, and I am at the Variety Rec Center at Easter Seals Camp Sunnyside, along with the new executive director of Variety, the children's charity. We have Wendy Ingham joining us right now. Great to see you.
Great to see you, Lou. I'm so excited to be here for my first official telethon.
This is going to be great. Now, let's remind everybody about the incredible work that Variety does.
Yes, Variety does some great work throughout the state. We have a grant program, we have inclusive playgrounds, we have a mobility program, we also have a compassion fund that we do to help families throughout the state.
Okay, and it's throughout the state of Iowa, so the money and the resources stay right here.
Yes, and that is so important to us. We have raised over $140 million throughout the history of the telethon. We want to keep that going, and we need everyone's help to do that. It takes truly a village, and we just are always so amazed at the generosity of the donors across the state.
Yeah, we're going to learn about some of those donors here coming up in just a little bit, but in the next hour, we're going to be learning more about Variety's impact over the last year, the people who have made it happen along the way, and how Iowa's children are benefiting from the funds raised throughout the year. So you ready to get started?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Let's start with an event that's been happening for 3 decades that helps Variety, the children's charity. Well, of course, everybody realized it was a milestone year for Variety, the children's charity, last year, celebrating 50 years. And this year, we're celebrating another milestone, the 30th anniversary of Polo on the Green. So we are talking with some folks that really made Polo on the Green happen. Molly and Britt Baker and Megan Burdick are here to talk about the history behind Polo on the Green. Britt, this is going to be a huge year, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. It's been over 30 years that we've had an affiliation with Variety Club and Polo on the Green.
Okay, tell us how this all got started.
Actually, Polo on the Green started before I started playing polo, which was over 30 years ago. The Des Moines Polo Club came up with the idea to have a charity event in correlation with polo. And I believe they started with the ballet and then with Variety Club. And it continued to grow and grow, and they felt like Variety Club was their home. And they really wanted to step it up with Variety Club, and it just grew and grew from there. We've had it at many, many different locations, Hotel Fort Des Moines down south of Grand, but eventually it ended up out here at Powder River Ranch.
Explain what happens at Polo on the Green, Molly, because people are saying, it sounds like a great idea, but what all goes on?
Lou, it is an amazing event. There are many, many, many people, horses, running, food, dancing, drinking, and most importantly, raising money for the kids of Variety, the children's charity. It's so much fun.
Did we see Britt play polo?
Heck yes, he's played. He's played in that event many, many different times.
And why is it so important for you to give back to Variety, the children's charity?
As a family, we have a very, very strong commitment to Variety, the children's charity, for many reasons, but primarily it's all about helping kids that don't have opportunities. Raising money through Polo on the Green has been a phenomenal way to provide bikes, transportation, mobility, programming for children that they wouldn't have had an opportunity to receive before.
Now, Megan, you've seen this all unfold firsthand. What's your favorite part of Polo on the Green?
My favorite part of Polo on the Green happens after Polo on the Green.
Uh-oh.
It's seeing the bikes go to the kids, and the event itself has raised so much money, and seeing the look on these kids' faces when you present them a bike is just an unreal experience.
And Britt, what's it like having your daughter be able to carry on the tradition and helping Variety, the children's charity?
Well, it's great. She luckily doesn't play polo. She does everything else on horseback, but we've restricted her from polo. But she's participated in the event at halftime. We used to have a stallion here that would breed foals every year, and she would take those out, and she did some hunter jumping out at halftime. So
Really? Okay.
Megan's been actually very involved.
You're quite an athlete. That is pretty cool to hear all about that. But the bottom line is we're raising a whole lot of money, and there has been a lot of money raised at Polo on the Green. Let's give everybody some numbers so they have an idea of what the impact is.
Well, over the years, we have had an opportunity to raise tens of millions of dollars for Variety through Polo on the Green and other events.
Wow, this is amazing numbers that are out there, and everybody knows the kind of power that the money has when it goes to Variety of the Children's Charities and the lives that it changes too. And what are we hoping for this year? Because this year's event is coming up. Megan, is coming up when?
July 26th.
Okay.
And this year our goal is over $300,000.
Over $300,000. Now, more importantly, when or how can people get a hold of tickets to come to the event and participate in everything that's going on?
There's a lot of different ways to access tickets, but by reaching out directly to Variety of the Children's Charity through their website, readily available. We'd love to have as many people as possible join us. It sells out very quickly, so it's not even a bad idea to go online now to procure tickets. It's a huge event, very fun, and well worth the time.
But there are limited tickets, so that's something we have to keep in mind. Limited tickets available for this, and this is the big one.
It is the big one. It's the big one. It's the last one at Powder River Ranch, 30th anniversary. It's going to be huge.
All right, we'll see if we can exceed the $300,000 mark. You think we're going to be able to get over that? And are you going to ride? Those are the two questions here.
I think we're going to try our hardest, and if not, surpass that goal. And I don't know, maybe if we do reach that goal, I might hop on a horse.
All right, so that's what we're going to do. If we can surpass that amount, Megan is going to get back on a horse and showcase, and Britt, you're going to be right along with her, right?
And I'm not getting back on the horse. I knew where the next question was coming
You're
from.
going to supervise, right?
I'll be glad to supervise. I might umpire.
You'll umpire. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Great. Molly and Britt and Megan, thank you for everything you do for Variety of the Children's Charity.
As you can see, Variety of the Children's Charity is changing lives with your help. We simply need $52, $1 a week, which we call a miracle pledge, which will make such a difference in the lives of the kids and families that we serve. Please pick up the phone and call, and the details are at the bottom of your screen to help. Thank you so much.
Well, everybody, I just want to let you know about Variety of the Children's Charity. There really is another group that is within Variety of the Children's Charity called Young Variety. And we have some of the board members joining us here right now, so you can learn all about it. We have Gavin Scroggin. He is the president of Young Variety. Russ Teets, vice president, is joining us. Colby Elmett, he is past president. And Rachel Milletta, the vice president of events. So we're going to start with you, Gavin, president of Variety, the Children's Charity, Young Variety Division. What is that? Explain to everybody.
Yeah, so Young Variety is our young professional arm of Variety of the Children's Charity, and so it's a separate board from the state board, and it's really individuals age 20 to 40 that have a passion for Variety's mission and a passion for bettering the lives of children throughout the state of Iowa.
Okay, and how old were you when you first got involved with Variety?
I was 23 when I first got involved.
Okay, and what brought you in?
Yeah, so my oldest daughter was born and spent some time in the NICU at Blank Children's Hospital, and we, throughout our stay there, were blessed with wonderful professionals at Blank, and everywhere we looked we saw the Variety heart, and my employer at the time was involved in Variety and had been in years past, and I connected the two and said, hey, this is something that I want to put my time and effort behind, to give back to what is given to us, and had an opportunity, the services that we used.
That is great. And Ross, what about your situation? You're the vice president now.
Yeah, when I moved to Des Moines about 8 years ago, I wanted to get involved in a young professional organization and came upon Young Variety. And it doesn't take long when you're involved with Variety as a whole to see the impact stories, to see the bike giveaways, just to be immediately sucked in. And so I joined the board shortly thereafter and have been heavily involved ever since, and now obviously serve in the vice president role on the board.
What was the one aspect that you found surprising once you got involved with the board? You knew the organization was great, but when you got involved and can actually help, what was the one thing that really stood out?
Yeah, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find an organization that puts their dollars to work like Variety does. The impact that they have on the community, especially the bike giveaways that you can see and witness, it's incredible, the impact they have.
Yeah, and we're going to learn more about that as the program does progress. And Colby, you past president, and usually when you're done being president, you kind of step away a little bit, but you're still involved heavily.
Lou, they've tried to get rid of me,
Yeah?
but I can't leave.
It hasn't worked yet, has it? No, okay.
The group has fun together. You create lifelong friendships, many around this table. But then also when you're doing what you're doing with the cause, you really don't want to leave. So I'm fortunate for the position and the opportunity, but it's fun.
What was one of the things that you were able to accomplish while you were president? What was one thing that stood out to you?
I think just the impact we had on kids, similar to the kids in this elementary school, other elementary schools we've touched, being able to see that firsthand, bike giveaways, school giveaways, just being able to witness that and know you had a part in that, and rallying behind the cause is something I'll never forget.
That is awesome. And Rachel, let's talk about that because we are at McKinley Elementary School here, and you have fundraisers that really help these students directly, don't you?
Absolutely. This particular event is something near and dear to my heart. This is only my second year on the Young Variety Board.
Okay.
But I quickly, it's just become one of my favorites. It's unique in that we're not raising funds. We're not in mega fundraising mode. This is strictly an outreach and just a give back event.
And so what are we doing? What's the whole idea behind
So
the
we
event?
gathered school supplies, backpacks, everything from crayons, loose leaf paper, all the different kinds of notebooks you can even imagine, from our many, many amazing sponsors, businesses that support, that collected. They did drives or they raised money, what have you. Collected all the supplies. We had just a ginormous assembly line, basically of backpack stuffing. Brought them to the school for back to school night. Signed all the kids up for bikes, and then we did a bike distribution night. Then later on in the fall, where we gave out over 200 bicycles.
Really?
Yeah.
Over 200. And so how do kids acquire the bikes? Is it a matter of just filling out a form, or are there certain requirements?
Yep, just filling out a form, and they just had to attend the back to school night with a parent or a caregiver. We measured them. There are 3 different sizes of bikes, so they were hopping on, seeing where they fit or what they might grow into, rather, for their future. And then they were able to get those bikes in another month or 2 later.
Wow. And how does it make you feel when you see a kid who has a dream of always wanting to have their own bicycle and you're able to provide that?
I think the initial shock and surprise, like, is this real? Is this real, Mom and Dad? Do I get to have this? I mean, that's incredible in itself. And then, they pick the one they want, they size it up, and they're like, yes, I get to have this. I get to ride with my brother. I'm going to race down the block. Or some of the things they're able to exclaim when we do this process is unforgettable.
Rachel, I'm getting goosebumps just listening to you. It's really a great feeling, isn't it?
It's one of the best in my life.
Well, we thank you for everything you do. And what we're going to do now, we're going to find out how it affects the students directly. How about we talk to the principal, Sarah Grady? All right, everybody, here is the prize. This is what all the kids want, a brand new bike from Variety, the children's charity. Principal Sarah Grady joining us from McKinley Elementary. How special is it to see a kid receive their first new bicycle like this?
It's really amazing. I'm not sure you can capture it with words or our conversation here today, but just the enthusiasm and excitement that it adds is, you really just can't measure that much.
Do they believe they're really getting a brand new bike like this?
I don't think they really believed they were getting a brand new bike until it actually happened. And this year we did it also on field day, where there's always a lot of energy around, excitement about teamwork, working together, all those types of things. And then to see the gym full of all the bikes, all the different sizes, knowing they were getting one and taking it home that day was just an outstanding experience.
How has it changed the perspective of the kids that get the bikes? How has it changed their lives? Do you have any stories you can share with us?
I do have some stories. So, a lot of times in school we talk about persevering and learning new things. And so we asked our families to share stories about riding bike, and a general theme was about perseverance, because for many students, this was their first bike. And so Variety did a great job setting us up with safety tips. And not only did they provide the bike, but helmets.
Okay.
And kids and parents signed a contract about safety and how they were going to interact safely with the bike. And, you know, a lot of kids came in with some bumps and bruises because learning to ride a bike is not an easy thing.
And that's one of the things maybe you didn't realize, folks. These kids never had the opportunity to ride a bike because they never had one, so they don't know how to ride a bike.
Yeah, for a lot of kids. And so, you know, we have some brothers who now are racing down the way.
Of course
And,
you do,
know,
yes.
our bike rack is full. And it's just really exciting seeing them apply what they're learning in school, you know, and learning how to ride the bike.
And how has it affected their school life, too, now that they have a responsibility of a bicycle, a brand new bicycle, and they know what it takes to maintain it and keep it, you know, on the road so they can have fun with it? Has it changed the way they go through school as well?
Well, I'd say they get here a lot faster, and
I
they're
would
ready.
imagine.
They're ready to hop on the bike afterwards. It's just really, you know, it's exciting for them too that they know that the community cares about them in this way. Not only, you know, just they want the communities around us having fun and enjoyment, not just in school, but outside of school at home too.
So these two-wheel devices really change lives, don't they?
They definitely do. And I would say it's been life-changing for our staff as well, you know.
How so?
Just getting to see, you know, you often forget what it's like to have your first bike. And so just to experience that and to see the community rally around what we do here is just really a gift.
And makes some dreams come true.
Definitely, definitely.
Dreams come true with Variety, the children's charity.
That's very factual.
You know, over the years, many dedicated individuals have shaped Variety into a major nonprofit here in the state of Iowa. And one of the most extraordinary among them was Rosalie Gallagher, who unfortunately lost her battle with cancer this past summer. Now, a true force in nature in fundraising, Rosalie joined Variety in 1996, inspired by the passion she saw in others for helping children in need. Now, her dedication for the cause was boundless. Through her personal fundraising, she became Variety's top VIP fundraiser, raising over $3.3 million for Iowa's children. But there's more to Rosalie's story, and more is the impact she had on the ladies that are standing here right now. We have the panel 18 ladies with us, or is it the ladies panel? We have Amy Kimberly here. What is the name of the group of ladies that we have raising money?
It is the VIP panel 18, but we do go by the ladies panel.
The ladies panel, and this is a very impressive group. We do have Amy Kimberly here along with Lisa Howard and Suzanne Reynolds Arnold, who's been here since the beginning. Her picture is on the logo. Yeah. Also, you can see the shy one in the group here is Wicker Van Orsdal and Susan Hewen. But what are some of the things that stand out the most about Rosalie that you want to share with everybody?
Well, she was always a great mentor to all of us. She brought all of us into this group knowing that we care as much about kids as she does. Her whole mantra was always, we're raising money for kids, we're not raising money for ourselves. So there should be no reason why people should say no.
And she was very, very good at that, wasn't she?
She was adamant about your participation. You were not allowed to not participate. It was mandatory, basically.
Once she brought you in.
Once she brought you in, you were on the line to produce, and she would call you relentlessly. She was a relentless booger on the phone. And she would call, and I'd say, you know, if you call me one more time, Rosalie, I'm going to come over there and pound you. And she would say, all right, you make sure you make that money. And she was just relentless.
And she did that for, 27 years. Susan, how did Rosalie get you involved?
I was involved, I think, when she was entertaining Variety International.
Okay.
And I was a neighbor, and Kathleen was babysitting for my young son at the time. And she had this beautiful party for people coming in from International. So that was my first step in the door. And the passion just poured out of Rosalie.
Always.
Always.
Lisa, the stories are like that. You mentioned Rosalie's daughter was babysitting here. How did Rosalie get you into the organization?
We've been friends a long time and started having dinners together, and she just invited me and said, you can't say no to Rosalie. But what I loved about her the most, you know, she and Susie McBroom were like Lucille Ball and Ethel. They're always dressed up in some costume, you know, entertaining everybody. That's probably my favorite thing to say. But she always had a party every year to bring us all together, to get us all hyped up, have all the guys, the panel that could never defeat us, come in and host and wait on us. That was her way to get us all together, get us all revved up and get it started. That was fun.
Boy, was she competitive.
And Suzanne, you were talking about being competitive with the guys panel, because there was a men's panel and a ladies panel, and the ladies, you have a pretty good track record, don't you?
Yeah, they never beat us.
Yeah,
they certainly tried, but they never did.
Well, we made them try harder. That's what we were good at, is making them try harder. Of course, they never tried quite as hard as Rosalie. They didn't have her kicking their butt every day.
Yeah, yeah. The ladies panel, we understand, just shy of $8 million. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah, and some of the things, and when you first came onto the ladies panel, of course, we mentioned, and those people that are familiar with Variety know Suzanne's history and the family history, but she had a very special thing that she told you she wanted you to do, which you are now finally doing.
I'm finally doing it.
Explain what this is. Look
Well,
at this
lovely vest,
on.
which I told her I would never wear. So I took over my mother's spot on panel 18, and when Rosalie asked me, I said, yes, Rosalie, I will do it, but I'm not wearing one of those horrible vests. They're ugly, and I won't do it. And she's like, you will wear one of those vests, and you will like it, and you will raise a lot of money, and if you don't, Suzanne, and then...
Okay, Suzanne, how many times have you worn this vest?
This is the first time.
This is the first
maiden
time.
voyage, and I will say it was probably the last. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, but it looks good on you.
Thank you very much.
No, but it makes a statement. It's loud, and that's what we want.
You can't miss them.
We want people to be loud about Variety,
Bling,
don't we, Wicker?
bling.
Yeah. Yeah, and why do you continue in the efforts here with Variety, the children's charity?
Well, we want to keep the legacy moving forward. Yeah. All the wonderful things that Rosalie did, all the wonderful things that other members in Variety have done. We want to keep it going and do great things for our community and the children of Iowa.
We're in year 51 of Variety, the children's charity. Rosalie was involved for 27 years. How are you going to help continue the legacy of Rosalie?
Well, that's what I've been thinking about, because we have a really, really big legacy to uphold of Rosalie and Stan and Jody and everyone else we've lost over the last few years. So it's up to us and all of us that are younger that Rosalie brought us onto this team. So I was thinking about this. It's like, you know, I've got another good 20 years or more of raising money, and my mom was also on the very first panel. So, and Rosalie brought me on right around the time my mom passed away. So now I've got to keep that up for both of them.
Well, and you're standing in front of Rosalie's tree, too. You can see the hat on top of the tree. That's got to be special for you as well.
Yeah, so when she passed, I knew that I wanted to do a tree for her, just like I did for Jody when she passed.
Right.
And I don't know what it is, but these trees come into my head, and I know how I want to design it. But I also knew how Rosalie hopefully would want me to design it. So, and I think we did a good job.
Yeah. It looks very, very nice. Well done.
Thank you. And we even have the presents from Rosalie's actual wrapping paper.
Oh, see that? So this is authentic. Right. This is really cool. What is your favorite memory of Rosalie?
Well, when Rosalie comes in my showroom, because I sell plumbing and lighting, and she would enter the door and she's like, "Hey, May. Hey, May." You know, it's like you always knew that she was there, and she trusted me with her customers, which was amazing. And a lot of her customers are also Variety people. So it's been a really, really fun, good 10, 15 years of really getting to know her a lot better.
That is awesome. Let's go back over to Susan here. Susan, your favorite memory?
Oh, I have so many, but we were at Variety International. I think we were in Vegas at the time. And Rosalie's a night person. She's a night owl. I'm not so much. But Rosalie never missed a morning meeting. We were such good roommates because I would go in early, then I would get up and go work out, shower, and get ready for the meetings, and she was always there before I was. But my favorite evening was we had a black tie the night before, and she had on this beautiful dress with these ostrich feathers. And when I left to go work out that morning, we followed the ostrich feathers all the way through. But she didn't miss the meeting.
Lisa,
she was a dancing queen.
Oh, I would imagine. Lisa, your favorite memory?
I don't have one favorite. It's just when you're tired, you don't feel like doing it, you're busy with work. Rosie always brought you in. And just hearing her talk about the children, how important it is, that would really get you going. And she was just so powerful about that. And like I said, I loved her parties because she tried to be real strong and stoic, but she'd be a puddle of water, right? She was always a puddle of water. And then she had everybody else crying.
Rosalie has a contagious spirit for an enthusiasm for all things variety. And for the kids of Iowa, she's just an amazing, she is and was an amazing person. And I miss her furiously.
Thank all you ladies for your fundraising, and we hope many more years to come. You know, there are several organizations that are big-time contributors to Variety the Children's Charity, major contributors, and one of those contributors happens to be Fairway Meat and Grocery. Brett Wiltsey is joining us here, sir. Thank you so much for the many, many years Fairway has been involved with Variety the Children's Charity.
It's been our privilege.
Yeah, and you have been involved with Fairway Meat and Grocery for more than 30 years, and you're telling us that's all you've known about is Variety and Fairway.
Since the time I was a 14-year-old carryout, I learned about Variety's mission, and it was supported by our leadership then, and as it continues to be today, and the mission is awesome.
And why is that? Why is it continuing to be such a big focus for Fairway Meat and Grocery?
Because it affects the lives of children, and not only beyond the lives of children, their families, their brothers and sisters, their parents, everyone that it touches, it just makes their lives better.
Yeah, and how does Fairway go about getting the stores involved with Variety?
We do a lot of different things. There's many different events throughout the year, small events, but our two biggest contributors is we have an auction for all of our employees to participate online, and that raises a bunch of money.
You know, explain it. So the Fairway employees, they're vested in Variety as well.
Yes, yep, they support it every single year in buying things and paying over market price to raise money to put kids on bikes.
Oh,
It's
that
awesome.
is so cool that you do that.
And the second thing that we do is a really big way is our customers come forward and through their roundup raises a ton of money for the mission. So our generous customers support this too, and we are so thankful for that.
And this is really competitive amongst all the Fairway stores. You have what over 130 stores now.
140.
140 stores. See, more stores being added all the time. And you have something special for the top 5 stores. Tell everybody what that is.
So our top 5 stores in Roundup get to do a mobility presentation where they get to see a child receive a bike.
Okay, and we happen to be in Norwalk, as you can see behind us. They are a top 5 store. So that means we have to have a mobility presentation.
We should.
I think we have that right now, so come on in. We have Alicia and Brooklyn rolling in, and look at the smile on Brooklyn's face there, Brett. How cool is that? So Brooklyn now has a specialized bike. Alicia, this is so cool, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Why is this so special for Brooklyn?
Without the specialized bike, Brooklyn wouldn't be able to ride bikes anymore. They just don't make normal bikes for children Brooklyn's size. It's going to be good for Brooklyn to get out and be able to ride bikes with her brother now, be able to ride to the park and take part in community activities.
So what's going on now if the brother goes to the park? Does Brooklyn tag along but just can't have as much fun?
Yeah, she has to use her walker, which is not exciting.
Oh, really?
To do exercise with a walker or go in your wheelchair. It'd be a lot more exciting on a bike.
Okay, and so is she looking forward to doing the exercising?
She is. This is all she's talked about since she's been measured for it. She's asked about it every day.
So it really is a customized bike for the individual child, and this has to make the folks at Fairway just feel awesome.
It is awesome. It is awesome to see this.
Yeah, so this is really cool. So Brooklyn, you have fun on your brand new bike. So she was you could see her glowing when she first came in here, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where's the first place you're going to go? Okay, where's the first bike trip you're going to take? What do you think?
Probably to the park next door.
To the park next door. Okay, so we have all that going. Great.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, Brooklyn, and congratulations to the Norwalk store for being one of the top 5 stores. Now, the stores that have won the top 5, are they all from the Des Moines metro area, or are they spread out amongst all different divisions?
They're spread out across our whole footprint.
Okay, so this is really cool. But the idea is to raise money for Variety the Children's Charity, and you guys have raised a lot of money.
We have.
Fairway Meat and Grocery has raised a lot of money, and it is time for the big check to be slid in and we can find out what the contribution to Variety, the children's charity, is this year. Take a look at this. Brett, what does it say?
$300,000.
$300,000 from Fairway Meat and Grocery, again coming through with hundreds of thousands of dollars for the kids. Look at the smile on Brett's face here, just like Brooklyn's face. He has the big old smile on his face, knowing it's going to help kids. This is awesome.
Oh, it's just way exciting for us. We're so proud to be a part of this and what this means.
Yeah, it looks like this is one of your favorite times of the year.
It absolutely is. It's like Christmas all over again.
It is Christmas all over again across all the stores of Fairway, helping Variety, the children's charity. This is what it's all about, folks. It's about people in the community helping Variety, the children's charity, just like Fairway Meat and Grocery. And again, all about the bikes. Very good. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
As Variety, the children's charity, ventures into uncharted territory, it needs a couple of individuals to guide the ship. And we have those individuals joining us right now. Danny Beyer, the board president of Variety, the children's charity, and Jeff Lorenzen, the CEO of American Equity and the Telethon honorary chair, with us. And gentlemen, between you, you have almost as many years volunteering for Variety, the children's charity, as the Telethon has been on the air. Jeff, let's start with you. You have been a member of the Variety family for a long time.
It's been a good 20 plus years. I joined back in my early 30s, so I'm kind of aging myself a little bit. But a good friend of mine, Stan Reynolds Jr., got me involved, didn't even know what Variety was about, and have been trying to be participant and active ever since.
All right, so what first drew you in to Variety?
Well, it was my friendship with the Reynolds. They were the patriarchs and founders, one of the founding families of Variety, and it was something that sparked my interest. I wanted to support them, and then once I kind of got behind the curtain, you found out what really Variety does and the impact they have in the community. It was something that I was hooked on and have been ever since.
And that was really important to you, and you've been able to use the efforts of American Equity to help Variety at the same time.
American Equity has been a long-time provider. My predecessor, John Matavina, was very active in the telethon and very active as a VIP himself. I've been on VIP panels. A number of our employees have been active. So it's something that we as an organization carry forward.
Yeah, and you recently had a gathering of your employees here at the company to come up with ideas and fundraising ideas.
We hosted a VIP reception here at the company to kind of bring people in, get them introduced to the VIP process around the telethon, what Variety does, and then come up with ideas on how we can make this year's telethon even better.
Now, what's it been like being the honorary chair?
Well, it's a little overwhelming. You know, when Danny asked me, I kind of had to step back a little bit because, first of all, I'm filling big shoes. The honorary chairs that preceded me are some very well-known and very acknowledged professionals in the community. To be put in that class was very honoring. But it was something I felt strongly about. I love Variety. I love what they do. I personally still, as an active contributor to the organization, and this is another way that I could continue to give back to the community.
And you're still actively recruiting some fundraising.
Anybody that wants to help join the fundraising, we'd love to have them.
But you're contacting some pretty big names in town. You're calling
part of my role.
Yeah, you're calling them up directly.
Correct.
Yeah, CEO to CEO.
Correct.
That is really cool. And Danny, your travels with Variety, we've learned this is not just a one-year commitment. You are the board president of Variety, the children's charity, and this is a long effort to get there. Explain to people what happens in order to become the board president.
Yeah, happy to, Lou. Really quick for the people watching who are not as familiar, VIP for Variety, not a very important person, very interested person.
Okay.
And so we have a lot of people out fundraising for us, and I'd be remiss if I didn't thank them for their time and their efforts to really make us what we are as an organization. The board process to become board chair, board president, is actually a 5 to 6 year process.
5 to 6 years?
Yep, you get on the executive board. There is a very strategic set of chairs you go through, so you get to learn the organization inside and out. You get to see how all of this works, build the relationships with key stakeholders, so that each year, hopefully, we are raising more money than the last.
And that's what it's all about, is raising more money than last. And you're right on track to do that. And one of the ways that you end up raising money is something that both of you are very passionate about, the 2 days of compassion. How did that go this year for you?
Yeah, we had a record year. Thanks to Randy Tennyson, Jordan Creek Mall. We actually were down there fundraising, answering phones, netted north of $130,000 this year.
Wow.
Compassion Fund is super dear to both of us because it helps people when they really, really need it the most, when they're at the most vulnerable, children, kids in the hospital, bad situations, helps get food, gas, hotel stays to families when their kids are hurting.
Yeah, so and the Compassion Fund paying the bills that they might not been able to pay, or takes that burden off of them. Is that what you mentioned, Jeff?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's really great that everything you did, and congratulations
Thank
on
you.
being the honorary chair. We'll see if we can break the records again today. And President, thank you so much for everything you do for Variety. But you're not done. You're sticking around with Variety, right?
Oh yeah, we'll continue on for another 2 years past the chair year.
Yeah.
So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, great job out of both you gentlemen.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so very much. When we're talking about Variety, the children's charities, the number one thing you think about are the children. So we have some kiddos joining us right now. We have Ben, Molly, and Sydney here, who have all benefited from the generosity of Variety, the children's charity. And we are going to start with you, Sydney. Let's talk about your bike. This is a pretty cool bike you have here. What was it like riding your bike the very first time?
I think it was very exciting, and I was just happy, and I felt like I was running without actually walking.
Really?
Yeah. And I feel like that it just made me feel not having to sit down and just move and still be in one position.
Yeah, how neat is that? And Ben, let's mention to you now, let's talk to you. What do you like most about your bike?
How fast it goes.
Okay, how fast does it go?
20 with the motor, but if you're pedaling and have a hill, it goes like 29.
You've gone 29 miles an hour with your bike?
Yeah.
Oh my good. Were you chasing something or not?
No, it's going down.
But that's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah. No, let's talk to Molly here a little bit. So Molly, let's talk about you being able to ride your bike. What's the first thing you did when you got your new bike? Where's the first place that you end up going?
Starbucks.
Who went on this trip with you to Starbucks?
My sister.
Yeah? And why was it so fun going over to Starbucks?
Because it was a new experience that I could try a new drink at Starbucks and get stronger with my bike.
Oh, really? Okay. And do you like the whipped cream and everything on the Starbucks drinks? Yeah. Okay.
Delicious.
Delicious. And Ben, you're smiling. Have you taken your bike anywhere? Let's pass the microphone back over to Ben. Have you taken your bike to any special places?
To like restaurants or bingo night.
Bingo? You play bingo? Yeah. High five to you, man. Okay, so bingo's cool. And then Sydney, what about where do you take your bike to?
The end of the driveway. And with my dad was... So my dad's a construction worker, and when one of his job sites was really close to our house, I would go over there and go up the driveway and go talk to him.
And surprise them. You surprise them. How neat is that, folks? That's what this is all about. This is about changing lives for kids and giving them the ability to do things they couldn't normally do on their bikes. When you think about some of the organizations that have benefited from Variety, the children's charity, there is one organization in particular that comes to mind that not only took the funding from Variety, the children's charity, but then exceeded expectations. And that organization just happens to be ChildServe. And with us right now is Dr. Terry Wallig, the CEO of ChildServe. This is such an amazing facility that you have here, but you had a long history with Variety.
You know, the ChildServe Variety partnership goes back over 45 years. You know, I think it's the missions that align us to help improve the lives of children in Iowa.
It really is, and it's a perfectly meshed set of gears, it seems like, because what you get from Variety, you're able to use directly to help everyone?
Variety's had an incredible impact on the lives of children we serve at Child Serve. You know, whether that be through adaptive equipment, remodeling our campus here, expanding when we go out further into the state of Iowa, Variety has been with us every step of the way.
What's the one thing at Child Serve that you're most proud of that Variety has helped you achieve?
You know, our mission is to serve more children. It's to partner with families to help children with special health care needs live a great life. We simply couldn't do all of that without Variety's help. So our growth and expansion has been tremendous over the last 45 plus years, and Variety's been a huge part of that.
Yeah, and you're thinking about the Spotlight program that you're watching right now, 51 years in the making, so a big time majority of that has been helping with Child Serve at the same time.
You know, the people Variety touches across the state of Iowa have a direct impact on what we do here at Child Serve.
Yeah, it's great. And what's the one aspect of it for you personally that you enjoy the most about Child Serve?
You know, it's reaching more and more children, helping them live their best life. Our ability to come together with families to really figure out what kids need to help them maximize their potential. And that happens through multiple different areas at Child Serve: complex medical care, pediatric rehabilitation, autism and behavior health, and a host of community-based services.
Yeah, let's also remind everybody about child care and the great work that they do. And this is the care that they give here, and this is all taken care of by Child Serve. So the families that utilize the service of Child Serve, this is all courtesy of Child Serve.
You know, Child Serve is reaching more and more families. Today we're touching over 5,800 children from across the state of Iowa.
And what did that start out with? What was the initial one?
Yeah, back when we first partnered with Variety back in 1979, we were serving about 100 children and families. Today, almost 6,000.
Amazing number of children that are being impacted by the work of Child Serve with funding from Variety, the children's charity. Now, I think it's about time that we meet one of the kids that have utilized the Child Serve services. And so let's turn right now and say hello to Mav. Hey, Maverick, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Good. And Polly, his mom. And Polly, you were the president of Variety last year. What was it like serving for an organization that has really had an impact on your child's life?
Overwhelming. It is such an honor for me to hold that title. My greatest title, though, is mom to Mav.
Of course.
And, you know, as I continue to embark upon what I do best, and that's making sure that he is set up for life in general. And when the opportunity came to serve alongside Variety, I just knew that we needed to make sure that the partnership between us and Child Serve just spoke volumes, because that's what it's done for our family.
Let's talk about Mav's health journey and how Child Serve has helped, courtesy of Variety.
Yeah. So Maverick is 8 years old, and he was born with a brachial plexus injury to his left arm.
Okay. And what does that mean that people that might not realize?
Sure. So Maverick was much larger than we had ever anticipated when he was born. In order to save his life, we had to take some pretty extreme measures. And one of those was stretching the nerves that are on the left side of his body. And it stretched from his eyelid all the way to his middle finger. Really? Yes. So he does not have full use of his left arm, but we always look at the opportunity and the ability. And Child Serve was the resource that we didn't know we needed until we found them.
Wow. And so what were they able to do here then?
Sure. So when Maverick came in, the first time we visited Child Serve, he was 3 months old. And at that time, he had no sense of his left side whatsoever. Wow. So we now refer to Maverick's left side as
Lefty.
Lefty.
Lefty, yes. And we have done a number of occupational therapies and physical therapies to help Maverick adapt to everyday life.
All right. And Mav, let's talk to you. What is your favorite part of Child Serve?
Helping Lefty and learning.
Helping Lefty and learning. And is it help Lefty a lot?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there's some special people that are here too, aren't there, that you want to make sure you say hi to?
And those people are Jen, Riley, and Abby.
Okay.
Yes, a tremendous team. We have seen so many people along the way and journey, but there's a very few of them that have done an amazing job and left an impact with Maverick.
All right, so you're able to do all the really fun things then. What's your favorite thing that you're able to do now?
Mostly like exercising Lefty.
Okay, all right, so it really is life-changing for him.
That's right. You know, even the most minute of exercises have given him different opportunities along the way.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you, Matt. Very nice to meet you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Polly. We appreciate everything that you do. And something else that we want to remind you about is a company that has gone above and beyond to help Variety, the children's charity, make miracles. And we're talking about Hy-Vee. And up next, we're going to hear about some Hy-Vee volunteers who put their construction skills to work, helping to make Variety's bike giveaways possible. You're going to love this.
Everyone's here today to put together bikes for Variety, which is a children's charity, and it's a good way to work together and give back to the community.
Hy-Vee's been doing the Variety Bike Build for the past 3 years, and this is our 3rd year, and again, we'd like to do it every year, and glad to be here.
Hy-Vee's actually one of Variety's biggest donors, and we're one of the biggest people putting together bikes. It's really nice to be able to do more each year, year after year, and I'm excited that we get to be a part of it again.
So we're going to build 200 bikes today. I think we could probably do more, but that's all they allowed us to build. So,
Before this, I'd only ever built bikes for my kids, and I enjoy doing it, so it's kind of nice to do it for a bigger cause.
I've done it before with some other organizations, so yeah, it's a really good cause, and I always love to participate.
This is my first year actually building. In previous years, I've just done the cardboard removal, so this is a big year for me.
I want to help with the bike build and bring the team down for this. It's just a great time of year to do this type of event, help the kids out and provide a gift in the holidays, and it's just a really good way to give back and makes you feel good.
It's really important to me to give back to the community. Anything we can do to do something to help people out is important, and it's a charity that makes sense for a bunch of construction guys and a construction group to do. Work with our hands and build something to help people out.
I just love giving back, especially to the community. I have a couple small children myself, so just knowing that someone's going to enjoy these bikes, it's a really awesome feeling this time of year.
Every once in a while you get to see the faces of the people that come pick up the bikes that are really excited, especially around Christmas time. It's really nice to know that some of these didn't have an opportunity to ever have a bike before, and they're going to have an opportunity to have lots of fun like I did when I was a kid. So it's really important to give back and to be able to make sure that people get to have fun outside. I think that's important.
What would I say to the kids? I hope you appreciate the bike. It comes with a lot of love from all of us, and hopefully it helps you and your family enjoy one another even more than you are today.
I just hope they have a ton of fun and just ride the heck out of them, and I hope this brings them a ton of joy into the next year.
If I could say something to the kids that are receiving the bikes is have fun, get dirty, skin your knees, practice with no hands, just enjoy living and having that freedom that a bike allows you to have.
Joining us right now, the president and senior vice president of Hy-Vee. We have Aaron Weiss and Ryan Roberts joining us. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being so involved with Variety, the children's charity.
It's our absolute pleasure to be here, so
Now,
thank you for having us.
How long has Hy-Vee been involved with Variety, the children's charity?
Well, Hy-Vee's been involved with Variety for over 40 years.
Wow.
It's been in a great partnership and a great relationship for many, many decades.
And Ryan, why is it so important for Hy-Vee to be involved with Variety?
It's just a way we give back to our community. Variety makes a tremendous impact to so many different organizations across all of Iowa. And to have the opportunity to partner with a great organization like Variety, for us, it's an absolute must that we have to do throughout the year.
Now, you talk about making an impact. We're talking about a huge impact. Do you have any idea how much money that Hy-Vee has contributed to Variety, the children's charity, over so many years, over 40 years?
Over the last 4 decades, we've given over $20 million to support Variety. $20 million.
Absolutely amazing. And Ryan, how is this money raised that you transfer from Hy-Vee to Variety, the children's charity?
Yeah, it's really a year-long effort. We start at the beginning of the year, and there's a lot of different events that we do throughout the year. We just finished a Roundup campaign in the month of
which
February.
is always very successful
Very
for you,
successful.
Isn't it?
Yeah, very successful. We always do that in the month of February, where our customers really lean in. But then throughout the whole year, you know, our stores put a lot of events together where we do fundraisers, we do cookies, we do different things with a lot of our supplier partners. We would not be able to do this, to be able to commit these funds without the great help of our customers and our supplier partners.
Absolutely, and your employees are involved, which is always makes a big difference. What's the most special aspect of Variety the Children's Charity that touches you, Aaron?
Well, I think you see the impact that the dollars make. When Variety gets involved, you see the impact on the community, and that's part of the DNA of Hy-Vee, making lives easier, healthier, happier, and we can see that giving back to our communities. It's just part of the DNA of Hy-Vee, and it's just fantastic to be part of.
Wow, this Telethon Spotlight program is going up, up, up. We have to get to the top of the roller coaster. Are you ready to do this?
We're ready,
okay,
yes.
Ready to show you how much Hy-Vee is going to contribute to Variety the Children's Charity this year. Gentlemen, you may have the honors. Here is the big check. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. $500,000. Turning this check over, Aaron, how does that make you feel knowing where this is going?
Incredibly proud, incredibly proud. And Ryan mentioned it. It's Hy-Vee employees, it's the Hy-Vee communities that we serve, it's our customers all coming together to do good in our communities.
And there it is, folks. The big one from Hy-Vee, $500,000 to Variety of the Children's Charity.
As you can see, Variety of the Children's Charity is changing lives with your help. We simply need $52, $1 a week, which we call a miracle pledge, which will make such a difference in the lives of the kids and families that we serve. Please pick up the phone and call, and the details are at the bottom of your screen to help. Thank you so much.
Wow, how mind-blowing is that, Wendy?
That is absolutely amazing, and we cannot thank Hy-Vee enough for their incredible support throughout the years. And every dollar counts, though, so we are very grateful to Hy-Vee, but we also need everyone else's help to get to our goals and help more kids throughout the state of Iowa.
Yeah, remind everybody again how much money Variety has raised over the past 51 years.
Yes, so over $140 million, which is absolutely incredible. And it takes everyone plays a part in this telethon, and we are just so grateful for everyone's support. But we need to continue going on and having these donations come in so we can do more throughout the state of Iowa.
And this is going to continue, not just this past hour, it will continue. You see the QR code at the bottom of the screen right now. You have the phone number, the 243-4660 number. You can use that. Venmo is a popular way to donate as well. Variety Iowa there.
Yes, VarietyIowa.com. You can go to our website, Venmo. You can mail checks in to us, so we just really appreciate all the support that we can get.
But hopefully we've showed you just some of the special ways that Variety has helped out the kids right here in the state of Iowa, because your dollars make a difference. Make a miracle pledge and make a difference yourself. You could be all part of the amazing things that Variety the Children's Charity does. All right, now we need to wrap up the Variety Spotlight with the typical way that we end the telethons, with the song. You ready to sing?
I am so ready, Lou.
All right, if you know the words at home, you can sing along with us. And once again, thank you for supporting Variety of the Children's Charity.